News, and I'm Dollar Bill, and I'm here always with...
Dane 4GO!
Alright, people. Recently, I went to a toy show. It was last week. It's been a week since then. Whatever.
What was the name of the show?
It was just the toy... It didn't really have a specific name. It was just the Lucas County toy... blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about the names of this thing.
I would go to a convention called the blah 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 convention just because I'm a curious sort and I would want to know what's in there.
Like, what do they have? Blah, 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 this and that.
No, the this and that convention is next week, though.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Alright. I bought a crap ton of stuff. You probably see some of it over here on the side. Move that out of the way.
Look at all this stuff.
Alright. I did get a haul, so there won't be... it's mostly going to be a review show today, people.
That's right, people. Bill got some good stuff here.
Also, I was able to get a cameo by Caitlyn Jenner in this episode.
Really?
Yep, she'll be popping up later on.
That's really something.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very handsome woman, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. But, we're gonna... You know what? No. I'm gonna... No. She's not here yet, so we're gonna wait. Alright? No.
Oh.
No. She just contacted me. No. She texted me. No.
She faxed you.
She faxed me. Okay. I'm sure everybody remembers this guy right here.
That's, he's from He-Man.
Yep.
Oh, he looks like Buckethead from Guns N' Roses.
It's Manny Faces, people.
Manny Faces. He has
three
whole faces.
Manny Faces, you're the lookout because you have many faces.
He's like a chameleon. He has many faces.
But yet, it's like, I'm going undercover. Let me just switch my face around. Where'd that guy go with the bucket head? I don't know. I'm a robot with a bucket head. Or, I'm a monster. Or I'm a monster with a bucket head. Or I'm the dude in a mask. Yeah. I'm sorry, the lighting isn't so good, people. I'll try to get... There we go.
Remember, folks.
There we go.
In the He-Man movie, Skeletor was played by Frank Langella,
who also played Dracula.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yes. It was an over-the-top role, but it was a good role. So this is Manny Faces. It's your typical He-Man figure with its own different torso, because a lot of them had the same torso.
You know, I kind of feel like all these guys, they went to the same gym in Eternia.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they got sick abs.
Oh, they definitely do. I mean, they're like, 5 million at 1, 5 million at 2. Look at that, Tila.
It's like, Many Faces is like, I gotta go to the veterinarian. Why? He holds up his arms, because these pythons are pretty sick.
Alright, next up, another He-Man figure. It's Mecha-Neck. Mecha-Neck. And his special ability is thus.
Oh, wow! It's like Gyro McDuck from DuckTales.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, not Gyro. What was the name of that robot duck?
Gizmo Duck.
There we go, Gizmo Duck.
Yeah, I just find it very funny. His one ability, my neck stretches.
It's like Groundhog Day. He pokes out of the hole. It's like,
bloop.
6 more weeks of winter.
He sees Tila walk by in her little singlet. He's like, hey.
That's not the only thing that's rising.
Most people don't sometimes forget that they used a lot of extra parts. I mean, the same parts for a lot of the same figures. You know, like their arms, their feet, their torso, and then they would just have a different head and a different function. But a lot of times the armor is the same on a lot of them. Right here, this armor, it's just painted different, is the same as Skunkor's armor. same exact armor.
Well, Bill, have you ever seen the two of them in the same room together?
Yes, I have. I actually seen the two figures side by side.
Well, that joke's out the window.
Yeah.
Bill Carter, the killer of jokes.
Yeah. All right, now we got one of the most odd figures that they ever put out in the Masters of the Universe line back in the 80s. Ram Man.
Now, he was a good guy?
Yes, Ram Man, he was a good guy. He was like the strong man, or he was...
I kind of feel like there was a He-Man character that started off as a villain, but then he became a good guy.
I think that was Fisto.
Oh, Fisto, okay.
And then there was the Chop guy too. I can't remember. He was like the Asian Fisto, except he used a karate chop instead of a
So
punch.
don't tell me. Does this guy hit things with his big strong head?
Yes, he bounces. Well, the mechanism's pretty old now, so it's not going to work correctly. But what he would do is he would bounce, and he could hit things with his head.
Oh my god, so he's just like a violent gummy bear.
Yeah. In the early 2000s series, he basically was like Juggernaut, which we will be talking about in a little while.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, like you can't see him sitting over there.
You just look to your left.
I look at this guy, he looks like a football player. If football was back in the Middle Ages.
Oi, get the quarterback.
Sit, 1, 2, ready, hut, queen hike.
Why are we all Irish all of a sudden? I don't know.
I don't know about you, but I'm Scottish.
Scottish, sorry.
Bit Irish, it'd be a little more. You have to put H's and everything.
Hey,
All right. I mean, Lord, man, you're in New York. You're surrounded by the Irish.
yeah, there's like 20 of them in my room right now.
They're like rats. I mean, so I'm one of them. All right. Let's move on. Now we're done with the He-Man figures. So now we're going to do a little bit of miscellaneous here.
Alright.
Just a little bit. Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. You make my butt scream. But now, to my understanding, there's like 9,000 different Swamp Things, apparently, if you go by the canon of the Swamp Thing comics.
Oh, it's been the same guy throughout the years. It's the same guy. He's immortal.
Right.
He cannot die. But he's immortal, but he has to look like this his entire life.
I was actually, real talk, while you're showing off this Swamp Thing, I was in my local comic shop, and they had a Superman comic where Swamp Thing was a guest.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know the gist of the story, but apparently Superman was, like, having some sort of existential crisis. And he's in the swamp area, and he's got, like, a 5 o'clock shadow and scraggly beard. He looks like a hobo, and he was just like, oh, maybe I'm not such a Superman after all. And Swamp Thing basically comes and puts him in a dream world, and he's just like, slap out of it.
Yeah, Swamp Thing's really good at doing that sort of thing. They actually, at first, were going to put him in the Justice League at one point.
He's a little too mossy for the Justice League.
Yeah, he's kind of got to stay in the swamp. Let's say he's an auxiliary member.
That's the nice way of saying we don't use those guys very much.
Yeah, only when it suits us. Alright, he does have an action feature, which is was pretty good for the early 90s in most figures. What was the one thing that you remember from that Swamp Thing cartoon that he was able to do?
Pass.
He could stretch his arms, he could grow his limbs. stuff like that.
Right.
Well, this one, you can do that.
And just like that.
He'd stretch out his hand, and with a simple squeeze of his legs, bloop, goes right back.
Well, there you go.
That was the amount of figures that we had. And look, there is 4 points of articulation. 1, 2, 3, 4. This was made by Kenner.
Kenner always made good action figures.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, people, if you were a kid in the 80s and 90s, you more than likely had from... Mostly, if it was superhero related, you had it from 2 companies. Either
Kenner was big on the Batman franchise?
Yeah, Kenner was big on Batman and DC. And then they got switched to Mattel because Kenner went out of business. I don't want to get into that.
Speaking of superheroes, Ant-Man?
I saw the movie today.
Oh, and what'd you think?
I liked it.
Oh, that's good. I've heard mostly good things about it, so...
Yes, I particularly liked it. It was well done. It was funny. There was a lot of humor.
You know, for a movie that was going through a lot of development problems and just kind of came out of nowhere in terms of advertising, it's doing pretty well, so that's good.
It is. It really is doing well. I mean, and I saw the trailer for the Fantastic Four movie.
That movie's probably going to suck.
Oh my... The Thing is naked.
Oh, ew.
Yes, the Thing is naked. People were like, "Oh, the Human Torch is going to be black." Okay, at this point, I don't give a crap about the movie, and people were getting all wild up about that. Which, if you think about it, continuity wise, that's what mostly wasn't because he was black. It's because it's against continuity. A lot of people.
The same thing happened with the Daredevil movie with Kingpin.
Yeah, and that movie sucked.
Anyway.
And people were like, well, Nick Fury's black. Well, Nick Fury's black in the Ultimate series, and that's basically what they were kind of go for. So,
You dummy butts.
so it doesn't matter. So yeah, the Thing is naked throughout this movie. Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Just leave it at that. Yes. Kenner made this. Then they switched to Mattel, the DC characters. Also, the other one that you guys probably had, if it was any Marvel figure you had back in the 90s, it was Toy Biz that had it.
That's right.
Yes, Toy Biz. Okay, that's Swamp Thing. Moving on to something from Playmates that we all had.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And this here is the Transforming Turtles.
Well, there was at one point about 90 different iterations of the Turtles.
Like Birthday Mikey.
Samurai Mikey.
Okay, the samurai thing I could have got. You know what I mean?
That a football player.
Yes, there was a football player. There was weightlifting Donnie for some weird reason.
He was ripped.
Yeah, he was.
You know, for the one who's the most intelligent, he was.
Yeah. He was ripped. Alright, let's transform this guy.
What does he turn into?
He turns into a turtle.
Like it just my claim to him. But he turns into
Yeah.
But I guess
Anywho, we're going to transform him here. I'm gonna, alright. Pop the back open here. Just a simple modification here. Pull the head. Twist it. Pop it down. Take these little legs. They're in the shell. Twirl them out. Like.
The Turtles coming out of their shell tour will be coming to a theater near you. Probably never.
Because that was back in 1992 and you missed it.
Yeah. If if you're looking for it now,
you're an idiot.
You're about 20 years too late.
And if you were looking for it back in '92, you're an idiot.
We're coming out of our shells. No,
stay in.
No,
Just stay in.
You're not a rock band. You're heroes. Just stop it.
Well, nowadays, if you were to say you were coming out of anything, they'd be like, Ninja Turtles are gay.
I always knew Raphael and Casey Jones were more than just friends.
Oh, and Donnie wearing that purple.
Him and Tinky Winky.
Alright, there we go, people. Now he's just a turtle.
Just an ordinary turtle.
Yeah. Oh, the ooze fell on him.
No. Now he's gonna very slowly change back into.
Very slowly.
Wait, hold on.
It's
coming. It's like a Pokemon evolving.
Hold on, Shredder, do a little soft shoot.
Vamp.
There we go.
Hey, the ooze fell on him.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. He's got his nunchakus. Yeah.
Michelangelo is a party dude.
Go, Mega! Okay, go over there.
Woo, okay, yeah, there you go.
Alright, people, now we're going to get into some wrestling. Starting off, we got...
Just in time for...
Battleground.
Sting and Undertaker are apparently going to be at the next pay-per-view.
Ooh, Battleground.
That's right.
Here's...
Which is, I think, tomorrow?
I think so, yes. Well, I'll be watching it.
Let's see what we got here.
We got Jake the Snake Roberts, everybody.
Now, was this around the time of the Trust Me gimmick?
The Trust Me gimmick.
I would say 91, 92.
No, this is just before that. This is when he was still a babyface.
Well, I will say, I thoroughly enjoyed heel Jake much more.
It suited him a lot more. It really did. He was a heel back in WrestleMania 1. I mean, back in WrestleMania 1 and 2. And
that's true.
Just before WrestleMania 3, Honky Tonk Man walloped him with a guitar in the snake pit. And he became a babyface.
And apparently, the guitar didn't smash properly, according to, well, if you believe Jake's stories.
It didn't. I could see the thing. It didn't break correctly. They didn't cut it right because it wasn't a prop guitar. It was an actual...
And you could hear the thunk. It's just like, ooh, that's...
Now, Jake says he got injured from it, which I don't think he got injured from it. But when he said that, he was still coked out of his mind during that point in time. Now he's clean. Now he's clean and sober, 100% clean and sober. Which, good for him. You know what I mean?
Folks, we could say that because Jake has admitted that he was. So.
Yes, he has admitted that he was coked out of his mind when he did say that. Now that he looks back, the man's completely changed.
Yeah, he's a different man.
He's a different man, and he's getting himself back into shape, and he's going to do, he says he's going to do one semi-run. Again, he wants to do it.
Good, I look forward to it.
I really do. I mean, it's always good to see a legend get back in the ring. Like, I like the fact that Ricky Steamboat could be like, yeah, I'm going back in the ring, boop, and get right back in.
Well, tonight, while we set up for the next wrestler here, the Warriors of Wrestling, my local indie group, they're running a show, and they're doing a Royal Rumble style main event.
Ooh.
And the special guest is EC3. Ethan Carter III, for those of you who don't know.
Ethan Carter the Turd, you mean? Why in the world is he there at an indie show when he is the TNA World Champion?
Think about it, people.
Think about that, people. Which means TNA sucks, and he's got to, so he can make more money, make ends meet, he has to do indie shows. What WWE star does that? None.
No.
There is not one that does that. Why? Because whether you want to say anything about Vince McMahon, anything about that, he pays his wrestlers.
We're going to go off on a tangent.
All right, next guy. We got the Hulkster brother.
Ooh. Buy from Rent-A-Center, dude.
Buy from Rent-A-Center. Bubba the Love Sponge taped me having sex. I hated that.
I'm not friends with him anymore.
No.
Hadn't realized.
And I'm married again. And I'm totally not gay.
You hear that, Brutus? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Brutus. That's okay. I don't know Brutus's voice.
Cut. Right,
Yeah.
can't do it, Brutus.
Cutting and strutting.
Strutting and cutting.
Alright, if you notice a lot of these toys, they have a gimmick. This Hulk Hogan basically does body slam. Pick the guy up and body slam him. That's pretty much it. Now the next one I have, me and Dane have, certain guys that we like to imitate or make fun of that are wrestlers. We like to imitate Dusty Rhodes, God bless his soul. We just thought, me and Dane think Dusty Rhodes is like one of the coolest wrestlers that's ever lived.
Don't be silly. Wrap your with it.
Exactly. We love Dusty Rhodes. But there's one particular guy besides Virgil that we like to pick on.
Did you, speaking of which, well, we'll talk about this off camera, but did you hear about the money-making thing that Virgil's trying to do?
No, but we'll talk about that after we're done shooting here. I got Farty Jannetty.
Hey guys.
And he's fired.
He got fired before we could do it more.
All right, let's put him up. He's fired. No. Okay. This one right here, I believe it's a stomping thing. I mean, he does a clip.
He would load the spriggity thing in his legs, and he'd pop up in the air and go, "Woo! I'm Marty Jannetty."
You're fired.
Hey, remember when people said that I was going to be the star and Shawn Michaels was going to be the second banana?
Yeah.
How did that turn out?
I don't know. I want to be the star. Wait, he's a better wrestler than me. I could do a super kick.
Barkles.
Like Bart Gunn. Like, yeah, Bart Gunn's gonna be a star.
Yeah, sorry, but until Butterbean came along.
Until Butterbean came along and killed his career. I'm a tough guy.
Butterbean.
I'm a tough guy. Pop! 1 round!
Not even 1 round, it was like half a round.
I think it was, 30 seconds? Even
Something
less?
like that.
Yeah. Well, look, WrestleMania... All right, people.
Yeah.
Look up if you have the subscription to the WWE Network, or even probably YouTube. You probably see it on YouTube. Look up Bart Gunn versus Butterbean. It is the shortest fight in history.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
All right, now we're gonna. Next up, we have I would say a masterpiece of figure making. And this thing is heavy. And I'm not saying like, whoa, man, heavy. No, this toy is actually very heavy.
Gee, I wonder what it could be. It's the Juggernaut.
It's the Juggernaut. Okay. Now, Juggernaut here, this is from the Marvel Selects line. This is not the Marvel Legends line that you'll find in, in any store. I mean, like at Toys R Us. Those are Marvel Legends. This right here is, you'll find these at specialty stores, like comic book stores, and at the Disney store, nonetheless, because they own Marvel now. I picked...
Juggernaut was choking Mickey one day, and it was just like, listen, Juggernaut, if we sell you in this store, will you stop hurting our characters?
I'm the Juggernaut, man!
Now, in continuity now, is Juggernaut still? Because isn't he Professor Xavier's nephew or brother or something?
Step brother. It's his step brother.
Oh, it's his step brother.
Yes, because his real dad died and his mom remarried, I think, or it was vice versa. I can't remember.
The X-Men cartoon, there was some kind of a convoluted story.
Yeah, he's his older step brother.
All right.
Now, this is from the Marvel Selects, from Diamond Selects, who make these very beautiful figures. Like I said, you get them at comic book stores and at the Disney store. Might I add, I got this one at JC's Comics. That is JC's Comics on the corner of McCord and Central.
Is that the place where you did an episode?
Yes.
Past episode?
Yes, back 2 years ago, actually. That's JC Comics. On McCord in Central, in Toledo, Ohio.
Hang on, let me pick up that name you just dropped.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. This is a very well-made figure. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points of articulation in this bad boy. And he's this big.
I wonder if is that the most points a figure can have?
Oh no, there's people they got like 24
Oh.
points of articulation, and it's gotten up there with a lot of them. But for a figure this big, this bulky, and having 12 points of articulation, it's amazing. Because this toy right here probably weighs close to 10 pounds. I mean, okay, watch. I'll drop it. It shook my bed, okay? Or it's
Your camera just shook.
yeah. I told you he's heavy, man.
Wow.
I dropped him on the floor the other day. I was putting it out, and my mom goes, "What the hell?" I said the Juggernaut figure. She goes, "Holy crap!"
She thought Bubba was coming down.
Yeah. So yeah, this big dude. All right, people. Now we're going for the main event here. You thought this was, but we're going to be. I not only found these at the toy show, you know, these high quality, nice toys, but I also found some knockoffs. Yes, some knockoffs, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got a few that are out of package, and we have one that's in package still. Anything, Bill? Did you spend a lot of money on these? No, I spent like $1 a piece on them. So, yeah. Starting off, we got Bootleg Rambo. He has a full 4 points of articulation, and that's not even his legs. He's got a waist spin, he's got his arms go up, and his head spins. Look at that face. That's a face only the Grady Center could love.
So that's air quote Rambo?
Air quote Rambo. I would say this is Turkish Rambo. Alright, we're going there. This is Turkish Rambo. His legs don't bend. They're pure rubber. These legs, they are rubber, just rubber. And no, I'm not gonna break these guys. They're just too stupid to. All right, pedigree him down. Next up, we have Mexican Rambo.
Mexican. Wait a minute. What's with the sweatband?
I don't know. I mean, he had one too, but it's hiding under his hair a little bit. But yeah, it's like the, yeah. Ole! I am Rambono.
Okay.
K. You're Rambo, right? K.
Yeah,
I pointed out to my mom, I said, this guy looks like Sonny Bono in so many ways. With the nose. So I said it's Rambono.
Hey, Rambono, I have a question to ask you. Do you believe in love after love?
Hold on, let me just go over here by this tree.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you ski and drink.
Yep. I mean, this guy here has got 4 points of articulation. Oh boy.
Gosh, it's like, he's like the Corporal Kirshner.
I wouldn't even say Corporal Kirshner. Corporal Kirshner is at least a... Sheesh.
Well, yeah, at least he's a corporal.
Yeah, this guy's not even a private. He's more of a... I wouldn't even say he's not even a militia member.
I can't. I'm he looks like one of those guys that, like, outside, like, who wants to buy a piñata?
Yeah, that's what he does, yes! You want any oranges, man?
Naranjas.
G.I. Jose!
I'm waiting for Principal Lewis from American Dad to come and be like, give me those oranges.
G.I. Jose.
G.I. Jose.
Would you like to buy a novelty hammer and some inflatables, man?
Yeah, man. I got the Mikey Mouse. He's a Mickey Mouse ripoff.
Okay, never mind.
And churro.
You want a churro? No? Okay. Alright, next up we have Rip-Off Terminator.
Let's see. What? He's got very nice coiffed hair.
He does. Derp, 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 derp. Derp, derp. And he's ripped. I mean, he's really ripped. He's got, like early Arnold all over him. But he's got these pleated pants.
Ooh, his fashion sense is a little...
And it really, it's...
Give me your clothes and your motorcycle and your pants.
Sorry. It's just... And what they did was, these are He-Man's hands, everybody. These are He-Man's arms. I would get my He-Man figure down, but don't really want to get up there right now. I got it up on a high shelf. But what they basically do is they will buy the actual figure. Alright? They will break the figure, and they will put the parts in a mold. And then that's what they do. They put it, and then they make a cast, and then that's what they work off of.
This is a big secret. Not many people know this, so Bill is actually dropping some knowledge.
Yeah, so that's how they do these rip-offs. They take the actual figure, they buy a few of them, they make molds, and then they distribute them out for a short period of time. And then sometimes they wind up in stores like Target, not Target, the dollar stores, and at flea markets and such. And the reason why these things don't pop up so often is because a lot of toy manufacturers see this crap and they go, wait a minute, that's our arm, or that's our stuff, they recognize the pieces, and then they find the company that makes it and they sue them.
Gee, if only Green Beer International.
Well, Green Beer really hasn't exactly ripped off anything. They don't make blatant knockoffs. I have to admit that. They make crap.
You gotta give them that. At least we don't make knockoffs.
They don't make knockoffs. That's one thing. They make crap, but they don't make knockoffs. This is a knockoff. They'll have wrestling figures, but they're not knockoffs.
It's like, here, I got you a wrestling figure. It's Bulk Logan.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a blatant ripoff, because that's He-Man's arms right there. And I think that's his chest, too.
And it looks like John F. Kennedy's head.
Well, Mama, people always thought I was a robot.
You're right. People used to think that the Kennedys were robots.
Well, Dane, if you were to paint this black, it would look like a hole in his head. Did I went there and do an assassination joke? Yes, I did.
The second that I said it looked like John Kennedy, I kind of figured that was going to get worked in at some point.
Yep. Holy crap. Okay.
Holy crap.
Now, this next one here When I saw this one, I laughed. Because this figure does have nipples. And just for some odd reason, one of it had a tear in its clothing, and it exposes its nipple. And this figure is kind of, how can I say, Village People-y? And I don't want to offend anybody, but this figure looks really, really flamboyant, if you know what I mean.
You're piquing my interest.
I mean, not color-wise, but, yeah. Wait, what's that?
Huh?
Oh, Caitlyn Jenner's ready? Alright. We're gonna put her on camera. Alright, here we go.
Why can't I be pretty?
Yeah?
Seemed a lot more stable at the ESPYs.
Well, why don't we give her some time to compose herself? Let's just move on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put her back on camera. Okay, anyways, before I got interrupted there, this figure, it's of the Native American variety, that's why I said Village People earlier. Yeah.
Is that Patrick Stewart?
I have no idea.
It is very rare that I'm at a loss for words.
This is Native American Patrick Stewart with an exposed nipple.
That's right. I'm Chief Running Nipple.
I'm Chief Slippery Nipple.
Damn it, Smith. What are you doing?
Oh, look at you. Oh, Wesley, come here.
Captain Kirk could lick my butt.
Oh, Wesley. Oh, you're a turd.
Oh, shut up, Wesley.
Okay, so yeah, this one's basically, obviously a He-Man knockoff. I mean, look at it. I mean,
There's
no words to describe this thing.
I don't even know what to say.
Just look at it. Look at it, people. Look at exposed nipple. That's how this thing was bought.
Did Joel Schumacher make this doll?
I think so. I want a doll with just exposed nipples.
Well, Mr. Schumacher, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't care. Expose the nipples.
Batman and Robin was a hit, and I don't care.
I want nipples. I
want nipples on the bat.
Find out what sooner or later he'll die, and then we go into he'll have like a secret room in his house, and it's just bloody nipples hanging all over the wall.
I would not be surprised.
With him, I would not doubt it. He's probably an Ed Gein kind of guy, anyways. All right, we're moving on to our last and final figure.
I don't know. Can anything beat that?
I don't know if anything's gonna beat that, but this one's just as good. This one is in packaging, and I think I'm gonna leave it in packaging. Because it's just so... And I got this one for $3 in box. Probably was only $1, but... Okay, it's a Power Ranger ripoff. Knockoff. Yes. It's called Mega Rangers. Alright, now there was a Mega Ranger TV show in Japan. Which it's... The Mega Ranger that I'm speaking of here was Power Rangers in space. And here's the thing, we made it all, like, it's space travel and stuff. But over there in Japan, Mega Ranger was a video game-based Power Ranger show.
Okay.
It was... Why didn't we go with that? That would be cool. It was video game-based. Alright, well anyways, this right here, it's a knockoff of the Green Ranger, of course. It's called Mega Rangers. And on the box, it's... Here, I'm just going to put it on already. There. Here.
Huh.
Yeah.
Looks, that is most definitely a knockoff.
Yeah. It says 6 fully posable action, 6-inch fully posable action figure with accessories, movable arms, legs, and twisting waist. Meaning it has 1, 2, 3. This one actually has some good articulation. I have to give it that. 1, its head moves. 2, its waist moves. 3 and 4, its arms go up and down. 5 and 6, it has elbow. 7, 8, it has upper thigh. 9 and 10, it has 10 points of articulation. This one does.
That's an impressive number for a knockoff.
I know. I'm surprised too. It's a blatant ripoff. I mean, it's supposed to be like a lion thing. You can see the sticker right there. On the back, there's nothing. Okay, all right. This one right here, you think, oh, it's Green Beer International. No, this is not a Green Beer International toy. Like I said, they don't do any knockoffs per se. They might have a hint of something from another franchise, but it's definitely not a knockoff. This is from East West Distribution Company.
East West Distribution Company.
In Deerfield, Illinois. More than likely, they're out of business now. Alright, now it says Deerfield, Illinois on the back, and it says, for ages 3 and up, 1994. So this is right when the Power Rangers, right around that time when they came out. It's 1994 BC. I don't get BC because it's AD. Los Angeles, California. 90021. Okay, so it says on the front here, it says Los Angeles, California. On the back, it says Deerfield, Illinois. But also on the front, it says Made in China. Now,
That'd be that whole East-West thing.
how can I say this? This thing is made in 3 places. I don't know. But yeah, this thing cost... Look at it, people.
Listen,
It is impressive for a knockoff, but I bet you if I bend one limb on this thing, it's gonna fall apart. What's that?
as I would be surprised.
Yeah. Well, people, on that note, I'm Dollar Bill.
And I'm Dane Forgio.
And we'll see you next month on Dollar Bill Reviews.
We love you.